Thank you very much for having me. I'm so much looking forward to this session and excited to be here. And that's because I believe normal is boring, right? And why is that? It's because exceptional things attract somehow. So I don't know if you rather like fireworks or having something burned down, but if there's something going on like this, you probably wanted to know about it. And also, both of these things, one which could probably be more good than the other, should also give you a chance to become a superhero. And these 10 minutes are about why is that? And giving you a little bit of a jump start in learning how to become that superhero, right? So my goal is to answer basically like two questions. One is, what is an anomaly? And why do you want to know about anomalies early rather than just there's just boring things and all regular going on? And then the second question I try to answer in this quick-paced session is, what tools are available in the Microsoft ecosystem to help you become that superhero? So I hope you leave the session with exactly that. Try to answer the first question, what is an anomaly and what is a 101 on anomaly detection? So an anomaly typically is finding data points, outlier data points that are outside your expectation, so outside relative to some standard or usual signal that you would expect, right? So the first thing to learn is it's about outliers on time series data. That is what you are looking for. And then there are several types of anomalies. The typical ones are dips and spikes. So a spike could be a peak on your website where you see that you probably, because I don't know, it's Black Friday or something, you have a high spike on the usage of your website. And then something bad happened to your web server and you see a dip, right? Because you just don't see users coming in. And for both these cases, one would probably be exciting and you would open up the bottle of champagne to celebrate that people buy on your website. The other one is something you probably want to fix quickly in order to make the website available to your customers again. Another type of anomaly would be a temporal change. So this is when your server goes down and you see that there's something temporal going on, right? So it's not like a peak or dip, but something changes from one point in time to the next very substantially. And last typical type of anomaly is a trend. So a trend is something where a value, for example, increases over time until probably something breaks. And you also wanted to know about that because this is a pretty common scenario for maintenance, right? Predictive maintenance, when you have like a machine which over time changes behavior and then suddenly breaks. This is how to detect it. And what would help you with that is an anomaly algorithm. So basically, you need this algorithm in order to find those outliers. And obviously, you could go ahead and build it yourself. You could train a model, you could collect data and try to figure out what the best algorithm is for you to use. But what I find interesting is that there's a lot of tools out there, especially if you look at all the tools available. But even if you just look at the Microsoft ecosystem, then there's a bunch of tools. And oftentimes I see that, yeah, way too little people know about those. And that is the second piece of this presentation, right? To show you some of those tools and make you aware of them so that you know which tools could help you become the superhero. The first one I want to start with is Azure Time Series Insight. This is mainly addressing the IoT space, and it's a complete service that helps you with collecting, storing, modeling and then also analyzing and visualizing your data that comes in from various sensors probably, and you have that time series data. So it's highly scalable for a lot of data, and this helps you with visual anomaly detection. The next service to look at, and this is one of my favorites, is Azure Stream Analytics. And that is because Stream Analytics has a built-in ML-based anomaly detection model. And the cool thing is, since this service is not only available in the cloud, but also on an edge device, you could also do your outlier detection on an edge device already. What would that look like? I believe that probably a lot of the audience, or many in the audience, are familiar with Stream Analytics. These are Stream Analytics queries, and now you have like an operator, which is anomaly detection spike and dip, in order to detect spikes and dips, and then one other operator, which is change point, in order to detect change points. Going on to the next service, which is obviously one of very exciting new additions, which is Power BI, now also has built-in anomaly detection. And there's even another session on that from Jana Berkovic later today. I think it's 5 hours from now. So please go ahead and learn more on the Power BI solution for anomaly detection in that session. And I think the pretty easiest approach would be to look in the cognitive AI services space, right? Microsoft is publishing under the cognitive services brand a lot of those pre-trained AI model services that are easy to use, ready to go, very little footprint in order to set up, and you can try most of them online. So if you registered for an online anomaly detector service, and I will quickly show you that, right? You could sign up here and just create it, which I already did. And then you had like an anomaly service. So this is mine I am using today, which is pretty fresh and set up. The only thing you need is you need the endpoint for the service and a key. And then you can go to this website, put in the endpoint, put in the key, and select a sample, for example, and then just start it, right? This then would send data to the service, and you can see how it detects outliers and marks them for you as an anomaly. Going back to my slides, because there's a brand new service also, which is still in preview, which is called Azure Metrics Advisor. And to be frank, I have not had the chance to play with it much, but this is definitely the next thing I want to try out, because this is even easier to use and to set up for some of your operations scenarios, where you can really easily get to an online dashboard as displayed in this screenshot. So that is basically answering those two questions, right? Why is anomalies, or something which is not normal, much more interesting probably for you, and you want to react to it fast? Because this can make you a superhero. Which brings me to the key takeaways for this session. Detecting and understanding anomalies and doing that quickly can you make the superhero. And I can tell from personal experience that this is really the case. Hopefully you can bring often the good news. You can bring more often the good news, than the bad news, but you definitely want to react quick if something unnormal is going on. And there's a bunch of Microsoft tools out there to help you with this task. Go check those out and have a great rest of your day at Data Minutes. I'm very thankful that you had me. I hope this was exciting.